Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Pugcrusade and today I'm going to be going over with you guys all the new features coming to Wild Horse Islands within the next couple of months. That's right. So I'm talking August, September, maybe October. Like these are very close, like 1 to 2 months. I think these things will all be out into the game, and most of them, especially like 2 of them, are very exciting, and I think you guys are going to be as stoked as I am. So I am so excited to tell you guys all the new things coming to Wild Horse Islands very soon, but before we get into that, if you have not already, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel if you are interested in hearing about new things coming to Wild Horse Islands. I am so excited to be able to tell you guys all about these things, and if you are wondering where I do get all this information from, I get it from the official Wild Horse Islands Discord, which I highly recommend you go follow if you do not already. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. Alright you guys, so the first thing coming very soon, it's called Update 79. It doesn't actually have an official name yet. It is coming Friday, August 8th at 5 p.m. and it ends Friday, August 15th, 11 p.m. Now, I know it says it ends, but these are like permanent features. Like this isn't leaving. I think that's just there to like let you know that the event is no longer taking place. Like it's no longer new as of that point. Basically, this is a very exciting feature. Most of you, if I had to guess, might already actually know about this because it has been talked about quite a lot. Okay, what's going to be basically happening is an updated version of the old Blizzard Island map will return. So what that means is the current Blizzard Island we have now, a lot of people were very disappointed with because they felt like it didn't feel like the old Blizzard Island. If you guys didn't play Wild Horse Islands like 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago, however long it was before the Blizzard remake came out, it used to look much different. So when Trick did hear, I guess, our cries and did realize that we didn't quite like it being called Blizzard Island, it just didn't feel correct, along with the fact that it seemed massive for a level 5 unlock island. So what he's going to do is the current Blizzard Island map will become something called Glacier Island and will be unlocked at around level 90. It has like level 90 and then like an asterisk, so I'm going to assume that like that means that like it's around level 90, like it could change maybe. So all the current Blizzard Island unique things and NPCs will go to the current level 5 island, so the remake version. So everything we have right now will be going to the remake version, so it will stay on Blizzard Island. The Glacier Island is what this new map is going to become. So this map we have right now that's called Blizzard Island is going to become Glacier Island, and the remake of the old Blizzard Island will be Blizzard Island. Glacier Island, however, will have a ton of new NPCs and custom things to find there specific to Glacier Island, and it's going to be very cool, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. And it says plus more at the bottom, so I'm assuming maybe new unlockables, maybe new achievements, you never know. I am very curious though. So that is the first thing coming very soon, August 8th, which is, let's see, a little less than a month away, yeah. As of recording, it's probably going to be even sooner when I post this. Okay, so the second thing that is coming very soon is called the Magical Forest Tree of Blessing, which again, I have a feeling probably 50% of my audience is going to actually know what this is because it has been talked about a little bit, but I don't think you guys know to what extent this is coming. It is insane how much like stuff is going to be in this update. So this is coming Friday, August 29th at 5 p.m. and basically it's intense, guys. So basically the Magic Forest is a small area accessed via a rowboat on Forest Island. So if you go to Forest, there will be a rowboat you'll be able to click on and it will take you to I guess the magical forest. And it says if you speak to the Tree of Blessing, you can use its special powers on your horse. Now you're probably wondering, what are these special powers? And we will get to that because there is going to be a lot of them. So the Tree of Blessing is actually going to allow you to change things about your horse that you wouldn't be able to change. So I'm not talking about personality and gender. That stuff is obviously used from the Robux potions. They're not changing that. But what they are changing is the stuff you haven't been able to change so far at all. So I'm talking about the purity, the friendliness, your horse's favorite food. You will be able to uncap their max stats or like make them back to an OG horse, stuff like that. However, this is going to be a really hard thing to do. It says it will not be an easy feature to access. This may include very high fees or locating a rare untradeable resource. And it says the magical forest will feature other magical areas in the future, such as a new way to make potions. So I know I did just say they're not changing the whole Robux potion thing, but it seems like they might be giving us a way to make new potions. I don't know if they're going to like make the gender potions and personality potions, or if it's going to be something different, but I think that sounds literally so cool. I'm so excited about that. I think it's going to be really neat, actually, to be able to just see how it works. I'm really curious how they're actually going to implement it. I'm really curious what it's going to look like. But I am so excited. Of course, if by the time I'm editing this, there's been any like activity on the Discord about anything, like any screenshots being posted, I'll obviously put those up, you know, obviously in this video. But I don't know if there will be, but I'm very excited about this update. I think this is a very neat update, and I'm very excited for August 29th. What can I say? Okay, so going on to the third feature we'll be talking about in this video. Now, I will say this is a very talked about and like discussed feature, but it was discussed like a good couple months ago and then kind of got delayed for a while. So I think most people have actually forgotten a lot about this, or maybe it's just me, who knows? Maybe everyone else is very much on the bandwagon. But the third feature that is coming soon to Wild Horse Islands is the Dragon's Lair. So like I was saying to you guys like a little bit ago, this update was significantly talked about a couple months ago, but I feel like it kind of died a little bit. I feel like people don't really mention it anymore now that it's actually coming. So, oh yeah, it's... Okay, this is completely off script, but my thing is glitching out so bad, and now it says the exact release date for this update is currently unknown. Please check back later for up-to-date information. So as you guys can see, as of the time of recording this, there is no actual date. So it says, for the Dragon Lair, it says complete activities and mini-games to unlock dragon-themed rewards. So I have actually talked about this on my channel before, and it says, it does have one new update to it. It says, you must be at least level 600 to access this new content. This is going to be a permanent addition to the game. Because there was a little bit of a misunderstanding in the community about, whether or not this was an event. And so I feel like Trick wanted to make sure he got it, like across that this was not an event. Please don't think this is an event, because it is not. I am very excited about this. I know there's not a ton of new information, and if you've watched like my other like new things coming to Wild Horse Islands, you will have heard about this before. But I figured I'd put it in here anyway because it is coming soon, just not decided yet. I'm going to assume it's coming sometime September, October probably. Just they haven't fully probably worked out the kinks for the update yet. Super excited about this, the dragon themed rewards and stuff. I think it would be epic. Now, don't quote me on this. This is like a guess, you could say. I'm going to take a wild guess and say maybe one of the dragon themed rewards would be you being able to gain wings for your horse, or being able to like at least get like large wing accessories that would maybe let you like float when you fall or something. Maybe not fully fly. Do I think allowing your horse to fully fly would be very awesome as a dragon themed reward? Yes. But I don't know if that's what they're going to do, because I know that Pegasi and stuff have been mentioned in the past. So I'm not going to spoil anything about that. But that would be my guess. I think that would be super cool for them to add. Let me know if you guys have any guesses of like what the dragon themed rewards could be relating to. I'm very curious to hear what you guys would have to say. Alrighty guys, so the fourth and second to last update I have to tell you guys about is Hogan's Horse Rescue. Again, this date has not been decided, so I can't give you guys a date to look forward to, sadly. So on the Discord description, what it does actually have to say though is finally we get to see behind the scenes of where Hogan gets the horses he sells. So this sounds like it'll be like a potentially whole new area or island to explore maybe, where you can go and find exclusive horses that Hogan maybe is planning on selling. Now I know that they just recently implemented a feature with the Roblox horses where if you go and click on a market stall here, I can actually demonstrate it for y'all. Okay, here, you guys see how you can like scroll through these? I don't know how they're going to implement it with this because this is kind of a new feature that would kind of be strange to implement into a whole island, but I am very curious as to how they will do it, or if they'll be more like the typical market stalls where you can find maybe rarer horses, or maybe like just horses with very, very good stats, maybe horses that are already half trained, very similar to how Hogan's like little market stalls work now. I'm very excited to see what this has to say. It says more info is to be announced, of course, which I will probably make a video on once it gets a little closer and there's actually dates announced and stuff for you guys, so that way you guys can actually know what to expect about this. So that is the 4th update. Now we'll be moving on to number 5. So this is the 5th and final thing I have to give you guys today, so make sure to listen up because this is going to be a cool one. And it is called Rare Island Unique Coats. So this basically says multiple brand new island themed rare unique coats that can be found on all breeds around islands. It says, additionally, there will also be new island unique hair colors which match these new rare island unique coat colors. So basically, it sounds like they're kind of maybe working on revamping the IUH look, which I'm very excited about. I'm very curious how this is going to look. I'm very, very interested as to see what these new island unique coats are going to look like. You guys know I am a sucker for pretty coats, especially on fjords, so I'm very curious as to what islands are going to be getting these, or if it's going to be like maybe 2 per island or maybe more. Of course, the IUHs I'm very excited about. If you guys didn't know this, your girl still doesn't have an IUH, so maybe I'll finally be able to get one with this upcoming update. That would be exciting. I am very curious. And then of course at the bottom it says, these new island unique coats will be less natural looking and more rare than the existing coats in game, which I'm not too sure what it means by that, because I wouldn't describe the current IUH mane and tail like looks to look very natural. Like I just don't think they do, but I'll be curious to see what it looks like. Hopefully they don't just PNG plaster like a ton of images onto the mains. I will be very upset if that's what they look like and it's like flowers. Well, no, we already have that. It'd be kind of bad if it was like crabs and like dolphins all over a horse's mane. Like that would just not be it. So I'm just hoping that it's going to be something like actually very cool. Maybe it'll be something like this. I'd say that's pretty unnatural looking. That'd be a very cool, neat thing to look like. But yeah, without getting sidetracked, I think that would be very neat. Let me know if you guys have any ideas as to what the island unique coats or new IUHs would look like, and along with the fact they're matching is very interesting too. So let me know if you guys have any theories. I'm so excited to hear from you guys and what you guys think that Trick has planned, because obviously this man has planned a lot. So I'm really curious as to see what these updates actually turn out to look like. With that being said, my friends, that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know what you're most excited about as Trick's updates go. I'm very excited to see what all these hold. I'll be sure to update you guys if there's any more information, or at least I'll try to. I am so sorry for the hiatus. I really needed a break from Wild Horse Islands, and I know it was very long and kind of very unannounced. But I didn't really want to say anything because I didn't know when I wanted to kind of come back or when I was going to feel like playing again. So I figured I'd just kind of go off the grid for a little bit and then come back when I felt like it. And I'm feeling much better now, so I'm going to try and, you know, make sure that the content is actually coming for you guys. So thank you guys so much for your patience. I hope you guys have an amazing day or night, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Goodbye!